This is a momentous day. I am backpacking with, for the first time ever, Devin, aka Backcountry Exposure. We've just been backpacking through the Escalante area. We just made it to the Escalante River, and I thought it was time for Battle of the Backpackers with Devin. Who's gonna win? So here's what happens here. I'm gonna go through and have you show me some of your top pieces of gear,
okay.
Anything that stands out to you, and I will provide commentary, we'll discuss, and then you will basically look at my gear and critique, bash, make fun of, whatever you will. All right?
I like it.
Let the games begin.
Ooh.
What do we got?
Welcome to my lair. I'm actually stepping into something that I said that I would never, well, that's not true. I'm using a quilt, and I said that I was done with quilts to a point. So this is the UGQ Bandit top quilt in a 20-degree rating, and I'm pretty stoked about it.
Why? What is it that brought you back to the quilts?
Well, good question, Eric. The biggest thing is I've actually been using the Zenbivy, which is a quilt system, for several years at this point, and it just dawned on me that a quilt for a ground sleeping needs to be longer and wider than you think it does.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. I ordered a quilt that is 60 inches wide.
Whoa.
And like the long length, I don't remember exactly how long this one is, but it just allows for actual movement inside of the quilt. I'll let you know in the morning how it goes.
This is the first time in this one?
I've had one night in a hammock in it, so this is my first time ground sleeping with it.
Okay. You feel good about that temp rating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
It was cold last night.
don't create any voodoo.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. What's it connected to?
This is the Zenbivy Flex UL sleeping pad, which I think you're using the same pad.
Oh, I certainly am.
So this is cool because it's a different style than I've used from a lot of the other pads that are kind of that quilted pattern, but it's awesome because they've put the baffles in a diagonal, and so it's got 2 layers of insulation in it. It's the first time Zenbivy has done Mylar insulation in their pads. So that's enticing because it saves weight and makes for a smaller pack size. But when I first saw this, I was like, I wonder if all of these little dimple points here, you've got a cold spot basically at all of these, which is not the case. Because it runs at a diagonal, each of these points is underneath here.
Oh.
So it actually like overlaps and makes it so it shouldn't have as much
Interesting. I did not know that.
cold loss from where you have the cutouts in the insulation. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
And then my pillow is the Zenbivy.
Ooh, you got that new thing too.
I don't remember what they call it.
The Dreamweaver Escape. I don't know.
But it's got the air bladder, and then there's a down topper on here. So for side sleeping, this is awesome because like look how tall that is.
Oh, that is nice. I used that last night, and I was enjoying it.
Yeah, it's great. I'm a little nervous about it constantly pushing off with not having a hood or the way that the Zenbivy works.
Well, that's why you need the Zenbivy, bro.
But I'm really stoked about this UGQ Bandit.
That's cool. I have not used UGQ, so I'd be curious how it goes for you. What's the kind of general price point of this UGQ?
This one's just under $400.
Okay.
So I've got several additional features attached to it that kind of bump up the price.
Sure.
There's like a piece of elastic in here that helps cradle it around your body. I did a fully insulated foot box as opposed to having a zipper.
Yeah. Nice.
And I added additional fill for it.
Let's stand up. Here we go.
Whoa! Coming to the outside world.
Nailed it. Okay.
Nice.
So this is also a new tent for me that I'm pretty stoked on. Sling Fin 2 Light is the tent.
Is it too light? Do you wish it was heavier?
It is fairly light.
You don't wish it was heavier? Because the name makes me think it's too light.
Right. Well, it's light and it's 2 people.
Oh, so they have the 1 light, 2 light.
2 light. Did you get that?
A light bulb just went off
light
for me.
It's a pretty traditional design. but I've had my eye on sling fin for a very long time. It's got a really thin, like tendonier ripstop nylon for the fly fabric. There's a good amount of space in there.
It looks spacious.
Easily could put 2 people in there.
Wait, is this your first night in it?
First night in it.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm breaking backpacking rules of. My big 3 is almost all completely new. I've used the backpack before, but I've not slept on the pad. I've not used the tent. I've not used the quilts.
We have to be bad boys. We have to be rule breakers because we'd never go out.
We're gear testers.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Test gear, see how it does.
Yeah. So yeah, my backpack is new. My sleeping bag and sleeping mattress are new.
Nice.
So last night at the trailhead was my first night in mine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So I've got, it's just the name of the game when you're professionals like you and I are.
Look at us.
I mean,
look at us.
I've just took off my tie earlier. I apologize for that. I try to be more professional in this environment.
You should.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your big 3.
How's this?
You are the bad boy. He doesn't even know what he brings out in the field.
Don't ever let me get caught with my hat backwards, ever.
What? I thought you looked
Oh, okay.
reasonably.
Well, I have a big forehead, and I don't want to have to do the whole, like, put the sunscreen there kind of thing.
Nice.
Anyway,
Okay.
gear talk.
Gear talk. Let's get back to it. I want to see what's your backpack.
This Outdoor Vitals CS40.
Yeah.
So this is like the first proper big trip with it.
Okay.
I have done a weekend and then a couple like overnight trips with it.
Yeah.
And so far, I like it.
Anything stand out about how it carries or how you pack it?
So I had almost 30 pounds in it today.
Yeah.
And it carries well. The hip belt is pretty dang comfortable. I do have some hip hickey, just some like soreness on my hips.
Yeah.
Which
Hip hickey,
honestly
nice.
have yet to find. There's like only one backpack that really doesn't do that for me, but pretty much like any backpack, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your hip bones are there and
They exist.
they exist. So, but it's been nice. I wish the side pockets were a little bit deeper. That I don't know. I was worried all day that my water bottles were going to fall out.
Did they?
They did not.
Oh, well, that's good.
From all that bushwhacking we did.
There was a lot of bushwhacking
was
today.
Pretty impressive. And I wish that this part of the collar was a little bit stiffer, so
Okay.
that like 2 pieces of webbing were on there. It just make rolling
Yeah.
a lot easier.
For sure.
But I think they did a good job with it.
Yeah, I'm lightly familiar with it, and then my wife actually used that and was a big fan of
Nice.
it. So,
Nice.
but yeah, the 40 liter for me is just hard to fit everything in. A stove and a chair that I want to see, and I don't know. Maybe you have something else. Maybe you have other goodies hidden in your layer.
You want to see how special this stove is?
Yeah.
You ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Let me get focused. That's your stove. That's tiny. Oh, is that the grill?
No, it's the BRS.
Oh, it looks.
They're all the same.
They are.
They're all just
identical.
white label.
Yeah.
Rebranded, probably from BRS would be my guess, but whoever the factory is.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd give it a try.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
haven't like really used the BRS heavily.
Is that your pot too?
So this is the Toks 550.
Okay.
This is a light
so little.
AF Dyneema pot sack,
Nice.
but it's the 550 milliliter.
Yep.
And then this is something that I get asked more questions about when I do gear loadouts.
Yeah.
Is my cup. Like, where do you get the cup? I want the cup. Tell me where you got the cup, Devin. Where did you get the cup?
Where did you get the cup?
It's from the GSI Pinnacle Soloist cook set.
And it just nests perfectly with that?
It nests perfectly on the outside of the 550, and it nests perfectly on the inside of the 700.
Whoa.
It's perfect. The issue is you can't buy these individually.
You have to get the set.
You have to get the set, and they do sell a cup like this, but it's not the same diameter.
GSI, get on it.
So I've had people all the time that are like, where do you get that? I want that. But it's awesome because I eat my oatmeal out of it. I can have a hot drink, coffee, whatever. And it also has better graduation lines.
Yeah.
To be able to see. So
sick. That's a pretty nicely nested little setup you got.
Weighs
there.
Almost nothing. It's great. I like it.
It's almost too light. I spy one more little fun thing over here.
Yeah. Another first time trip.
Get in there.
First time use. The Nemo. What is this? Moonlight Elite.
Yeah.
The honey bun's starting to do its magic.
You're getting stuff back.
Yeah, this thing is pretty cool. So it's taken their like
how'd you do that?
OG design of being able to like make the chair sit more upright.
Yeah.
Or you can go into lounge mode.
Ooh, lounge mode.
Which is nice.
That does look nice.
This chair is stupid expensive though.
Really?
Like almost $200. And it's like just over a pound. So your Helinox over there is a touch lighter.
Yeah.
But
whoa,
the case for it does work as a little what is it called?
A keeper out of the sander?
A keeper out of the sander, a non-sinker.
Yeah, I've already discovered that those little blue stakes over there go right all the way down in the sand.
It's just, you want to bounce some more?
Oh, that was good, yeah. Bounce with me.
It's pretty comfy. I still think the Big Agnes Skyline UL is the most comfortable backpacking chair. It also sits higher.
Ooh.
But this is a close second.
Okay.
I don't really like the Helinox. So you've already lost points today.
What?
I don't like the Helinox.
How can you say that? I mean, you can.
So I win in the chair department.
Okay, well, wait. You have to tell me why, but when we're talking about my gear.
Okay. Any other items that you want to talk about?
I'm trying all new food on this trip.
Oh, anything you're nervous about?
All of it.
Oh, you're nervous about everything.
All of it. So
I see one thing you're going to like.
I shouldn't say that. I've had Pinnacle recently. Never had ReadyWise. And I'm trying Alpenfuel for breakfast.
Those are new to me, too.
And their new cookies.
Ooh.
So I do have, because I do love Peak Refuel, I did split up some berry cobbler.
Oh.
To have for some dessert.
Nice.
But I don't have Peak meals,
Shocking.
which is a first for me in 5 years.
Are you feeling out of place and lost in the world?
A little bit. I used to be an ambassador, and I'm not anymore. So
Awkward.
that is awkward.
Well, then, hey, everybody.
All right. We're going to keep things moving here so we don't dwell on...
I'm going to go cry over by the cottonwood. I'll be back.
No, I need you.
Okay.
You want to swing around that side? I'll swing around this side.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, but then there's mesh in the way.
Is there mesh in the way? Oh, no. I'll fix it.
Look at how fluffy... Sorry.
Are you talking about my stomach again? How fluffy I look? This is something that I'm very excited about. This is, like you have been trying out. Have you used this quilt yet?
I slept in it last night.
Okay. And you were pretty comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have 4 or 5 nights in this new one. So.
Okay. Well, last night was the first night that I used this. And this is the 10-degree ultralight. And I feel like this was comfortable. But I have paired it now. So you didn't have this little kind of hood thing. And Zenbivy has transferred now from a full sheet to a half sheet.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous. So I actually, last night was the first night on this mattress. It was down, you said you had your Govee thing out.
21.
21 degrees. And I was kind of cold. Not like really, really cold, but I was like on that edge where I still slept, but I was wishing I was a little bit warmer. I could tell though that it wasn't the top. It felt to me like it was I was losing heat from underneath me. So I'm hoping that tonight is a little bit warmer and I'm a little bit more comfortable. But I am excited. Just generally speaking, though, I think because it did get down to 20 and it's the 10 degree bag, and I think that with the 4.8 mattress that this is, I probably would be better off adding in like a Z-Lite or some sort of closed cell foam pad.
I would just say add as more air to it than you think you need.
And I'm going to also try really inflating it tonight, like getting it pretty crisp.
Yep.
But yeah, I also have the pillow here. I'm very excited about it. I slept great in that thing last night, and I love.
What did you call it?
The pillow? A pillow? Are you bringing it back? The joke from Dan? Oh man!
You said pillow.
A pillow.
It's a pillow. You can do it. Try it again.
Pillow. Yeah, this is very comfortable. I love having this down insulated hood on the ZenBivy sleep system. And that to me is one of the biggest ways that I can get away with using a quilt. Because otherwise, I just feel more exposed. I miss that feeling of, having my head enclosed. And with the ZenBivy, I'm willing to do it. And I've yet to really enjoy quilts otherwise. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my scoop, and I hope that this does better for me tonight. But
I'm not the only one that doesn't love quilts.
It is kind of heresy in the ultralight community to say that.
I know it really is.
But it's true.
Really.
Yeah. And
Anyway, back to you.
Back to me, and then I've been using this Durston tent for. Let's stand up here. We both need the knee breaks.
Yeah.
I've been using this Durston tent. It's kind of my go-to now for like lightweight adventures where I need a one-person tent. I do genuinely like this tent. It's interesting because it's hard to criticize this tent without a bunch of people coming out of the woodwork to tell you why you're wrong. And I think it has a bit of a cult following. And I actually am a big fan of Dan Durston and what he is doing. And I'm actually got something else of his that we'll talk about here in a minute. But generally speaking, I think it's a great tent. It's super lightweight. I didn't even touch my trekking poles today, so I kind of just brought my trekking poles just to prop this thing up. Generally speaking, I kind of am wishing I had something that is like semi-freestanding or freestanding for being, I had to really navigate getting the stakes and anchors to stick in the ground. But yeah, I'm still super happy with it. It's a great tent for anybody who is looking to have I know there are lighter options technically, but still, it's like 16, 17 ounces. So anything that's really, truly a light tent.
Yeah, they did a good job with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing earlier because
That's the one person, and look how fluffy that 10-degree quilt is in there.
It's floofy.
It takes up the entire floor space.
It might be also because of my pillow.
Your palo.
Yeah.
A palo?
No,
It went from an E to an A?
It's like a pillow.
A pillow. Pillow.
Pillow. Okay, let's come over here.
Show me your backpack.
Okay. So this is a first for me, but I am using the Durston Kakwa, the 55-liter pack.
So how's it been?
This has been good. I have liked it. Now, to me, what I have noticed is that right here and right here, I noticed some hot spots showing up on kind of that back hip area. So everything was comfortable. I actually really liked the shoulder straps. They felt great for me. The way that they have this U-bar, which keeps this flat, is very nice. It actually, for an ultralight backpack, I think it's 31 ounces, so it is under 2 pounds. I was pleased with it. This is a 55-liter pack, and I was maxing it out when I have used the 57-liter pack from Mystery Ranch pretty significantly lately, and for some reason, things just seem to fit better in there. So I'm not sure if it's counting this space or not, but it was very tight, and I didn't have room for a couple of things that I was expecting to bring in here. But I like the roll top closure, and the fabric feels great. I think it's pretty durable. We were bushwhacking like crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I don't see any signs of.
It was heinous. Today was straight up intense.
It was just walking through some of the worst.
Intense.
Oh, nice. It's a backpacking joke.
Nailed it.
But obviously I need to get more miles in this type of thing before I can really say a lot about the backpack, but I think that this carries better than any sort of ultralight backpack that I've used. I think that the people that were jumping in my comments were correct that this is a great pack for carrying heavier. I was carrying 30 pounds today, and I think it handled it. I don't know if I was carrying even like 2 pounds more, I probably would want a different pack.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Really? It was you were at that cusp.
Well, I was reasonably comfortable, but I think the difference for me is that I know what I feel like in different packs that are like 3-pound backpacks, 3-4 pound backpacks, where when I carry 35, 40 pounds, it feels the same as carrying 30 in a pack like this.
I see.
Like it's just as comfortable. So
I like it.
that's that. One other little note. This is the MSR Guardian. This is my water filter, which I didn't ask you about your water filter. This is the most beastly water filter ever. But because all this water is half mud, this is what I use. And this is what I trust for like super sediment water. The real reason is because there's 2 tubes, and every time that you pump water and filter in, it spits out dirty water. So it will never clog. You can run like 10,000 liters through this of like mud water, and it'll still be cruising. So I've used this guy. It's gone through the ringer there, but it's still cruising, still spitting out clean water. And yes,
The chair.
which you don't like, but
I don't hate it.
you don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
For sandy situations like this, I am really jealous of your Moonlight because I definitely am going to be like low riding tonight. But I've been happy with it. This chair kind of got me from being a non-chair user to a chair user.
Hey.
So I would be just sitting on that log if this was like 2 years ago.
And your back would be unhappy.
And my back would be very unhappy. This is true. So those are the main things. There's a few other odds and ends, I guess. But
I like it.
we're losing light. We got to eat dinner. Give me that camera back. I want to hear from you. Whose setup do you prefer? If leave a vote, leave a comment, and
We don't get to hash it out right here?
we can battle it. let me put this down. I'm really happy with my setup, but you've got a lot of things that I'm pretty intrigued in there. So
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it
There's
goes.
this much nervous happening right now.
That's okay. It was cold last night.
Hopefully it doesn't get that cold.
Yeah.
The weather report is supposed to be warmer. We will see.
I'll check in with you in the morning. Leave a comment below who you think won. And if you don't know or follow Devin, Backcountry Exposure, make sure you go check out his channel. He's been doing this thing for a long time, and he is a great resource for anybody who wants, especially the technical side of gear. Thanks for joining me, Devin. Thanks for running through this with me.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll see you
how it goes.
later. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.